hope everybody had a fantastic growing season this past season. So we are into minus 10, minus 12 degrees Celsius at night now. And I've decided we haven't been watering our peppers or any greenhouse for that matter for the past 2 weeks. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to harvest all of my peppers. This greenhouse has absolutely no heat in it. That's why I'm bundled up. Actually, it's warmer than what I thought it was going to be. But instead of letting these all die with the plants, I'm going to harvest them. They're still very firm. Nice peppers. I'm going to pick them at any color, any stage. And what I'm going to do is, actually, any that have little holes in them, I'm going to toss them because we have tons. So I'm going to harvest small, large, doesn't matter. I'm just harvesting everything, and we are going to sell what we can. I will dehydrate what we can, or what we don't sell, and get rid of these little chewed ones from our friend the vole. I'm just tossing them because, ooh, that one's yucky. Because I'm going to do a cleanup afterwards. So once I'm done harvesting all these peppers, I'm going to pull the plants, pull the plastic, and start getting the beds ready for next season. I'm going to do the same with my cherry tomatoes up in greenhouse number 2. I'm going to pick all of them at different stages, and I'll show you that as soon as I'm back. But we have a lot of peppers here, so I'm going to harvest what I can and what's salvageable, and then I'll show you what I get. Okay, so there we go. I've got at least the equivalent of 3 bushels. I think there's more like, I don't know, 3.5 bushels here in total. That was pretty easy picking. So I have left smaller ones on the plants, as you can see, and I'm just going to leave them just to see what happens. I mean, they might be all right. They might not be all right. We'll find out. So let's go up to number 2, to the cherry tomato house, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that harvest. All right, so now we are in greenhouse number 2 in the cherry tomato house, and remember, these plants have not been watered for, oh my goodness, I'd say going on 3 weeks now. And they're still hanging on. I'm just letting the tops, we weren't clipping anymore, so I'm letting them bend, break off. We still have suckers growing like crazy. We still have flowers, but it's time. So I'm going to let these guys go. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to pick the ripest first, and then I'll pick the greens, and I'll pick the ones that aren't quite of color yet, and I'm going to separate them all. So these ones will be ready to go like within a couple days. These ones will just ripen on their own in the... Okay, I was rudely interrupted by my camera dying. Sorry about that. But while it was charging, actually I had other things to do, but I did pick 3 different stages of cherry tomatoes. I'm not finished picking this stage yet, but I picked these ones here, which will be, today's Tuesday. These ones will be ready to go for Saturday. Most of our customers don't like them all ripe at the same time anyhow when they buy cherry tomatoes. That way they last them a little longer without going too soft. And then I'm picking these ones which will be ready the next Saturday. So these are just ones that have a little bit of color to them. And then I picked them at the green stage, which will be ready, I don't know, a week after that or so. They take a little bit of time to ripen. But what I do is I keep them in my master. This is where I was going before my camera died. These are the masters, these cardboard ones, and we just stack them up, and I put them under my island in my kitchen. You just don't want them in bright sun. And you don't want them in extreme heat either, or extreme cold, of course. So in my kitchen, it's underneath the island. It's shaded, and I'll put newspaper over top at the top master to keep the sunlight out, and they'll ripen nicely, and the flavor is still very good. So I'm gonna get going on these. I'm gonna pick everything, and what I'm gonna do, because I can't reach some of them at the top, I'm gonna start cutting my strings down, which has to be done anyhow, and I'll harvest that way on the tall ones that I can't reach.